Hey everybody, thank you for joining in into a new episode of The Brother You Never Had. And this time I want to start with a quote out of a book to give you more an insight of why I am really doing this and how I see myself, and also why I picked the name The Brother You Never Had. But first, we begin. I need to put on glasses. Yes, I'm old, I know. And then I will read off the book. It is Letters from a Stoic by Seneca, and it fits very well to my mission here. So, you're giving me advice, are you? You say, have you already given yourself advice then? Have you already put yourself straight? Is that how you come to have time for reforming other people? No. I'm not so shameless as to set about treating people when I'm sick myself. I'm talking to you as if I were lying in the same hospital ward about the illness we're both suffering from and passing on some remedies. So listen to me as I'm speaking to myself. To quickly explain what I mean by that is like why I didn't set like the big brother you never had. And even though it is a little bit like this, but I don't see me as a better person. I don't see me as somebody with more experience and everything. The way like you can learn personally from everybody. I just want to share my own thoughts and things that I went through. Because a lot of people seem to interest about that, and it's also therapy for myself. Because these are things, even if I tell them often to you, these are things I still also struggle with. And this is why I'm so familiar with it, why I'm not feeling it so much. Do you know that feeling when you're with a friend, you give him a tip or he feels bad about his girlfriend, about his life, about his job, and actually you're going like you're really saying him what he has to do, and you know like this is the right thing, but he does exactly the same. You know that feeling? If yes, like give me a like or explain that situation. Give me like an example out of your life. But yeah, this is basically what I'm doing. This is why, even if I say something as a big brother, basically I'm not your big brother. I am just like, because I never had a person, a mentor, somebody who told me things that a young man needs to learn. This is what I'm doing. And by that, I'm helping myself, because it's always wonderful if even if I reach just one person and help that person. Secondly, that I get reminded of all the things that I tried to work on. And by that, I just jump into the episode. Like I said from the last time, what we might get into this time about, and it will be about letting go of people still, but this time because of growth and how you come to the part of growth, how you come to that. So, this thing that I said in the last episode, and which I will fulfill here a little bit more and go a little bit more deeper into it, is the moment when you grow, the moment when you like let it be at work, let it be successfully, let it be personally, whatever, let it be with a girlfriend and you have suddenly more experience than other people, whatever. Suddenly the people around you like get like, oh, that doesn't sound so good, give you bad ideas, whatever. You want to start a business and suddenly everybody's like, no, don't do it, like it's a bad idea, this and that, and blah 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 blah. Look, the thing is, when you change, people always firstly gonna reject it. And I tell you why, because it has nothing to do with that maybe the change that you're doing is bad. And even if sometimes the people really mean it in a good way. But the main issue is, and this is something I observed in me and with other people, is that when a person changes, that means that I have to change myself as well to fit to that person. And mostly it is a fear that you don't want to lose that person if you don't change. But we can't think about what others have to do. That is their issue. Leave it to them. They have to deal with it. They have to live with it. And this is what you should like. What I wanted to really point out on the last episode, and I hope you really could understand what I wanted to say, that I really was good enough to tell what I was saying. And please give me a yes or no if you know it. And please give me an insight about if you understand what I'm saying. Basically, if you change or if somebody is toxic, if you have to leave somebody, because it is better for you, It is their thing, their coffin, luggage they have to carry and they have to live with and they have to think about it. You don't have to put in your mind why you had to change and why you grew personally and all of the things. Sometimes it's good, even if it's sometimes good or bad growth in every topic, but we need to grow. We need to do things. We need to evolve because change and growth is the only thing how we learn. Mistakes are the best things to learn. Like I was always afraid of doing a mistake. And like I said in the first episode already, my biggest mistake in life, the biggest failure in life, where I thought like everything is going down, what I was a long time afraid of, was in the end the best thing that could happen to me. The thing that leads me here to that point, to that growth. And I even got a message because I wanted to share, since I didn't upload anything yet. I shared this with like an old mentor of me, somebody who I really value and where I really know like this person really, really has just my best interest. And I shared it to him and he said like, amazing, what a huge change you made in these years and how amazing it is to see this. And I'm looking forward for our talk because like after over 2 years, I think even 3 years, we're gonna talk for the first time again, and looking really forward to it. So I hope I can tell your name here, but I'm really really looking forward for your call. But basically, to get a point of this, it is not your burden, not your luggage to carry on, like to think about what they are thinking, what they are going through, because you change, you know? If you change and they don't appreciate that the change you did was something good, that the change you did, that you changed, especially when you change in a positive way, personally, professionally, whatever, and they try to make that down, then this person either way didn't deserve to be in your life. So why do you even think about that? I have to blame myself a lot for this as well. And I can give a lot of topics, a lot of examples to that, but I think we talked in the last episode already a lot about that. And I think it's way more important now that I made a point about that topic to jump over how we even grow. And if you have the problems to grow or why you always have setbacks, so that nobody even can be angry. Maybe you hear my dog sleeping because she just sleeps directly next to me on the couch. She's a little bit tired. But yeah, basically, let's start with the first thing. Like, I fell down and failed actually a lot of times, even though, like I said in the beginning, I was a lucky guy always, but I still had some things where that everybody has. I think, write me down in the comments 5 things that you struggle with for a long time already, like even if it's just like the last year. It's gonna be funny because I think there are a lot of things that like a lot of people are gonna see that we have a lot of comments, so check the comment section and write me even an email if you want. Like it is just like the brother you never had, but only the first letters, TBIND podcast@gmail.com. Write it at me there if you don't want to make it openly, and just tell me about it and we can discuss about this and we can talk about it. But basically what I want to say is I did a lot of mistakes more than once. And everybody always tells you if you don't learn out of a mistake one time from the first time, you're dumb and whatever and all this kind of stuff. And like you have to learn out of a mistake instantly and don't make mistakes, blah 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 blah. No, this is wrong. Like do a mistake at best even multiple times if it has to be. But it's better to do a mistake multiple times and try it all over again instead of like doing the mistake and then judging yourself, laying in bed and crying because like I never changed, because you're going to change. And to change sometimes after, especially when you say like I made such a huge growth, and now I fall down. Maybe you have to start firstly somewhere smaller, and this is what I always do when I have a setback. I don't pick up directly the huge goals. Of course, I have something like way of living, like and a way of thinking, that I always put short-term goals, mid-term goals, and long-term goals. My short-term goals are mostly like 1-3 months. Then my mid-term goals are to 1 to 2 years or 3 years, and then up to 10 years, my long-term goals. And I try to set them already and try to live them. Where I end up is always mostly different. Let's say I at least put them there and I at least try it. But one thing I do, and that's like a beautiful book. I'm going to put the link into the bio, because this time really look the video, buy also the book, because the book is like, first, extremely cheap. You can buy it as an ebook or the more normal version. I have the normal version because I'm an old guy. Like I said, I like to have the things in hand, and or by both. But it is from an admiral of the US Army, and maybe you guys know even the video, but it is about like make your bed in the morning. And when I always read the title before I watched a YouTube video about that, I always thought like, damn man, what bullshit is that? Like, what you want to tell me about that? But the truth behind is, small things matter. Because if you can't do the small things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. And this is where it starts. This is like, I'm just taking a few things out of this, because you can watch the video, you can read the book and get way more out of it when you hear it from him directly. But I want to more tell you out of my perspective, and just go quick into the bed. Why he picked that title, so to make it a little bit exciting for you to read it. Like in the army, the first thing that you do is like you make your bed, wash your clothes, clean your teeth, put on your things and everything. And why do you do that? It is because like the first thing that you did in the morning is already a success. Like the first thing that you did in the morning was already a success. You already had your first success directly in the morning. And even if you had a bad day, you come home and you had like a really shitty day, you come to a bed that is made, that is wonderfully made, and you can go to sleep. You just have to take off your clothes, and you can get into a bed that is ready. And this is a little bit, way more of it, and it's so interesting, and it has so much more behind all of this. Like I think like one of the best SEAL 6 team, blah blah blah. Like, and he even says like one of the best of the best of the best. But what I do when I have these setbacks, to get now to the topic, is I do really just the smallest. I start very, very small. Firstly, I look for gratification, and not out term. I look for gratification for myself in the way of like that I say nice done, and I pick an app where I get a notification, like when I make a check on that it makes a noise that I like, a ticking noise, whatever, just to like know, oh, I did something. And this way I also have more the feeling of I want to do that. And mostly I start with small things. Let's say, for example, like let it be normally you go 1 hour to the gym, but right now you can't do that. So your first goal is just writing, go to the gym. Just go there. You don't have to go in. You have to do nothing. But this has two effects. First of all, you already like learn to just go there. And most times it's a way to trick the brain. You can do this in multiple ways. You go there, and when you are there, you think already, okay, now I can already go in. When you're inside, you think like, okay, I'm already here. I can also already start. This is like a huge, super nice thing to trick your brain. This is definitely one thing that helps me a lot with like sometimes even if you just do it, for example, like you want to clean your house, put just all cleaning things in the middle of the room, and when you have them there, I promise you will instantly start to directly clean everything, and after that you make click in an app that you choose. I will put an app here in the link and the bio that you can download, but choose the one which one you want, whatever. But this kind of like small things add up. And I think like every few weeks you should put something on top of that, make it bigger. And I think there's even psychologically, after like a few weeks it becomes a habit, and after like a long time it becomes something like which is integrated into your unconsciousness and stays. Like, do you know, for example, like I think like a lot of people who go to the gym, they know that this is what I know, and I know for myself. Like, for example, when you start with the gym, whatever it is, and the first time it is like you have to like make time for this. You have to like think about like when do I have time, or I have to time going there, and oh fuck, 1 hour is gone that from my day. But after a time you already know your the day doesn't has any more 16 productive hours. We take our 8 hours away for sleep. You know your day only has 15 productive hours, because 1 hour is for gym reserved. This is like already in, like you can't, like nobody can talk you out of it. At that time or at that, even if you change the times, it doesn't matter. But this time is blocked. I would even recommend you to do things if you want to like really stick to schedules and all these kind of things. I think you should really like put times and days and really don't miss them. So rather start small, but be really resilient with what you do. Like this is something that I learned from Jordan Peterson. Like he said, like whatever you do, but pick a day, a time, and really go on that day. Like when you say you want to go to the gym, but 3, 5, 7 times a week right now is way too much. Just pick one day, one time that you will go every week, and you will go there every day at the same time. And this way you build up confidence for yourself, and you will be believing in yourself. And this is the most important point here, to get all of this together. Why you should need discipline, how you build up discipline, how you grow, how you build up habits, why structure is so important, why all these things are so important. It is to get self-trust, to trust yourself, self-worth, and self-confidence. You know when you say something that you are going to do it, And I have this very often, like, for example, the negative point, but also the positive point. To be honest, more the positive point, because when I say I give my word, I stick to my word. More for other people, unfortunately, than more for myself. And this is also a topic we can talk one day about, like that you be more a friend for other people often than for yourself. But basically, the thing is, back to the self-trust, that you trust yourself. You know that when you say something that you're going to do this, and this is what the habits do in the end. This is what makes it. You get self-confidence, you get self-worth, and all of these things way more. I tried to keep this episode short. Again, 20 minutes. The last one was a little bit longer, and I have way much more to say actually regarding this topic. But I think it will go into a little bit into this direction in the next episode. But also now, after 4 episodes, I really would like to listen what you have to say, what you really want to hear about. I'm gonna analyze also a lot of things. Like I said, write me an email, comment in the comments, go on my Instagram, on my TikTok, wherever you want. Everywhere I'm named the same. The Brother You Never Had podcast, or the Brother You Never Had. Message me there, follow me there, comment, like, send it to friends, share these things, because this is also a thing. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing it to share it with you, because I want to give my knowledge to other people. I don't want to hold it to myself, because what is knowledge worth if we don't share it? Imagine the library of Alexandria would still be there. How far would we be, So share the knowledge that you get from me, when you get any knowledge, like even if it's just one thing, anything like it could help one friend, And if you have something that you can teach me, please do the same. Write me an email. comment, whatever, do it, but let me know. You know, this is thing that I say a lot.